Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Unscripted and Unchained RPG Review. I am Game Master Bloodworth, and as you can see by the graphics, today's video is going to be a continuation of my series of videos for RPG A Day 2024. This is day 3. As I have stated in the last two previous videos, these are being pre-recorded because I'm getting prepared to leave for vacation, and I want to make sure that I have it preset where one of these is going to drop at 6 a.m. Eastern Time every day for the next at least 7 to 10 days. And then when I return from vacation, I will then be doing these on a daily basis, unless I have to crunch in and do several in one shot again. But this is like my 4th year of doing RPG A Day 2024, and I happen to find these prompts, and I will go over them briefly. But if you want to see the full overview of all of the prompts and where I kind of take each one of them, you can look at the first video in this series. So I am just going to switch views here, and so here you can see that today is going to be the most often played RPG, and I had already pre-recorded the other two, and I'll probably be pushing through and getting as many of these done as I can, most likely through the 16th. All right, so that's the first time I'm revealing that. I'm going to try to record all the way up through the 16th, perhaps not today, but certainly over the next couple of days to get all of those out of the way. And then I should be back for the 17th and making these live. All right, so these are going to run a little bit shorter than usual, anywhere between 8 and 10 minutes. However, some might be even shorter than that. It really depends on what the prompt is going to drive me at. And so I will try to give you as much information about the game that I'm talking about as well. So again, these are going to be fairly short and still give you some quality detail in what I'm talking about. So let's shift over to today's prompt. So day 3's prompt is the most often played RPG, and my most often played tabletop role-playing game has always been AD&D First Edition. I was first introduced this, and I will hold up the book. Although I believe that my original first copy was not the Easily cover. It might have been the previous older cover, but these are the ones that I have now, and so I was introduced to this in 1979. We initially started playing with the D&D Basic set at the time, which was the Holmes edition, and then we moved on to this. Now, my first purchase of Dungeons and Dragons, because we used my player, I wasn't the game master for this or dungeon master for it back when we first started. So my first purchase of Dungeons and Dragons was the Moldvay box set, the Magenta box set. So, but this has certainly been my longest, most often played tabletop role-playing game. Going back to 1979, we started playing this around 6th, 7th grade, and we played. There was between 4 and 5 of us in our group. It sometimes switched up a little bit, but our dungeon master was Shayna. He's the one that introduced us to role playing, and then Adam became a secondary dungeon master for Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, and Adam was our longer lasting DM for that, and we played many other games as well during that same time period. We were playing between 6 and 7 days a week. We were playing every single day after school, and then we were often playing throughout most of Saturday and virtually every single Saturday without fail. And then Sundays was usually occupied with, yard work and that kind of stuff on Sundays. So very, not always getting some game time mixed in there. So I would say from 1978, let's say, through 1988, which would have been 3 years after graduation for us, we played virtually every day. And AD&D First Edition was something that from 79 on through to 88, we were playing that at least 4 times a week. Sometimes on days we would split it up and we would play a little bit of AD&D First Edition and then whatever other game we were usually running, whether it be Villains and Vigilantes or Twilight 2000 when that came out. Call of Cthulhu was another one that we put in our general weekly rotation of game systems as well. Now, in the modern era, I'll say that I recently wrapped up, and this would be back in October of 2023. I wrapped up a 2 year and 2 month long campaign that I was running for Advanced Dungeons and Dragons First Edition. With I started off with as many as 12 players, and then we actually launched with 10 players, and then it eventually weeded down to just 8 and then 7 players that we wrapped up the campaign with 7 players, all of which having risen to roughly levels 9 through 11 at the time, and they completed that. Adventure arc for them. Basically, it was a very long campaign. It was a campaign that I think that the players really got a lot out of it, and they're all still, or most of them are still, my current players now. And we're into new campaigns and new game systems as well. But AD&D First Edition is my go-to as far as if I'm looking to do a very long-lasting campaign. And I can definitely expect that at some point I will get back to doing another AD&D First Edition campaign. The other thing I wanted to mention is that I have always played AD&D First Edition in the world of Greyhawk. It is the only setting that I would ever use for AD&D First Edition, and so that's another important detail. I think that if you are going to run AD&D First Edition, to be truly authentic to the game system, you really should run it in the world of Greyhawk, in my opinion. But that's where I stand on that. So I'll switch views lastly. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please feel free to leave your questions and comments in the comments section. Just be reminded that these are going to be dropped daily at 6 a.m. Probably the next 16 videos or so will all be pre-recorded and dropped in, day by day. And as always, thanks for joining. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please remember to like and subscribe and to comment for sure. If you are doing RPG Day 2024 on your channel, please feel free to let me know that so I can go and check out what how you're handling these prompts as well. And as always, I look forward to seeing you on the gaming screen or at a gaming table sometime soon. You all have the great rest of your day. Take care.